Our work is designed to look at violence in terms of its contagious nature. That is to say, how one event leads to another and how people learn this from each other.
When I met Dr. Gary Sluckin in 1999, he started talking to me about how violence is an epidemic and it should be treated as a public health issue. And those were kind of foreign words to me back then because I had never heard anybody talk about violence in that type of manner.
The way the CeaseFire Chicago model works is by recruiting and training a new cadre of workers called violence interrupters.
I was a former gang leader. I came home almost 10 years ago, and I decided to be a part of the solution and not the problem.
In order to prevent a homicide or a shooting, you have to have the ability to intercept whispers. We work on the community level by hiring street people, people that have a background from the street life, and they become professionally trained, credible messengers that can get out there and make sense of the madness on ground zero.
When we talk to the young guys, we try to let them know that you don't have to be 40 to get it. You can get it while you're 18, 19. It's sad when you know in your heart the only thing that can come out of this is death or prison. So, they consider us to be credible messengers because we've been there, done that, and we try to pass that along to them.
About a year and a half ago here in the city of Chicago, a 14-year-old kid was shot and paralyzed on Chicago Avenue in the Austin community on the far west side of Chicago. He was shot while coming out of a grocery store on his way to school.
CeaseFire received a call on that first day. T.O. Hardeman talked to one side, I talked to the other side. We tried to get them to stand down. Now you have to remember, it's a 35-year historical differences between these two gangs. We mediated the conflict and we got both sides to stand down. We got them to agree, you stay on your side of the street, we stay on our side of the street. And that's about where it is right now. No one's been shot since then.
Carl Bell has what you call street credibility. Carl Bell has the understanding that violence is not going to get you anywhere. He lost two brothers because they were shot and killed while he was incarcerated here in the state of Illinois. So he was able to share his personal testimony with these guys, and he made a breakthrough.
When you stop a situation where you have two opposing gangs not willing to bend, and there's no telling how many lives were saved, but to just get the guys to stop and to stop shooting is a feeling of fulfillment, one that you can't describe.
We work directly with the community to change the norms, if norms are violent in this neighborhood. So we work at three levels: detecting and interrupting events, behavior change among the highest risk, and changing the norms for the long haul among the community as a whole.
You have a lot of people that live here that basically live below the poverty level, which creates a dynamic in this community of individuals trying to find a way to create wealth and find a way out.
The gang life poses a challenge to all educators, not just in the Austin community. It's very enticing to some of our students that want to feel part of something. And what ends up happening is you end up competing with what's going on outside of your school. Kids have a lot that they come with before they even enter our school doors, and they need advocates. CeaseFire has been very important as far as what we do here at Spencer, trying to be a pillar of the neighborhood and pillar of the community. They are assuring that our students are having a safe passage to school and are able to get their education.
I believe CeaseFire has made a great contribution to our community because they recruit as interrupters those who were once involved in this negative activity. And their ability to reach those young men is based on they think the same. So they have the opportunity to ask the right questions and tap into areas where the police would never be able to tap into.
Law enforcement takes the lead, making a community safer, but we all have to do something. The CeaseFire Chicago motto is designed to help the community do its share.
The reason I know that CeaseFire works is because I see communities coming back to life. I see young people out playing on the blocks. They're not afraid that somebody's going to come and shoot the block up because they know that CeaseFire is out there. They know that the Chicago Police Department, they're out in the community. The presence is strong, and we're getting results.
CeaseFire has made huge changes in the community. It's allowed community members to communicate with one another, whether if they're in a gang or not. It kind of puts everyone on the same page.
I'm very optimistic about the future of our community.
If you can change the way you think about violence, then you can change the next person and the next person. And next thing you know, when a person pulls a gun out, you're going to have like thousands of people up in his face saying, look, what are you doing? We don't even pull out guns anymore. That's a thing of the past. That's the reason why I know CeaseFire works.